The most unique holidays in the world. When thinking about holidays, you probably think of great places to venture to with rich culture and history, not to mention breathtaking views and sceneries that you just can't get enough of. How about we take it up a notch and venture more into unique holidays that you might never have guessed actually existed? We will be taking you to places you might want a holiday at, or use this to help plan a getaway you will never forget. Number 6. Rainbow Mountain of Peru, Vinicunca. The biggest sight to view after or before Machu Picchu is Rainbow Mountain, which is situated in the Peruvian Andes in Cusco, about 3 hours from the historical center. As you might have guessed, the mountain, which towers 5,200 meters above sea level, is renowned for its kaleidoscopic natural splendor. The deposition of minerals across the region gives the mountain its turquoise, lavender, gold, and other colors, giving it a rainbow-like look. Fun facts about this breathtaking place include: Rainbow Mountain is more than half of Mount Everest's height. It also goes by the name Vinicunca, which means colored mountain in the Quechua language of Peru. 14 distinct, vibrant minerals make up the mountain. It was completely covered in snow just 4 years ago, making it impossible to truly appreciate the mountain's beauty. Good to know for anyone visiting Rainbow Mountain on a multi-day Osangari hike, since temperatures still drop below zero at night. Along the way to Vinicunca, llamas and alpacas can be observed sporadically. Within an hour, the weather can quickly change from snow to rain to the scorching sun. If you start to find the trek challenging, you can rent a horse at any point along the way. You are not required to do so from the beginning. Number 5. Luxor, Egypt. Thebes, the important Egyptian empire capital, was Set, the city of the scepter, Taipet, the shrine, the city of 100 gates, and numerous other names have been used to refer to Luxor throughout history. The Arabic term for palaces is where the name Luxor originates. Around 3000 BCE, it started to develop significance, and over the course of more than 1,500 years, it rose to become the political, military, and religious center of ancient Egypt. It is now a significant tourism hub and is home to many of the nation's architectural landmarks. There are uncountable monuments from ancient Egypt in Luxor. The 3,400-year-old Luxor Temple, the Karnak Temple complex, the necropolises of the Valley of the Kings and the Valley of the Queens, and the enormous stone sculptures known as the Colossi of Memnon are just a few of its features. Luxor is a compact city, so using a taxi or a horse-drawn carriage to move around is equally convenient. While using a horse-drawn carriage is undoubtedly a tourist favorite, renting a bike may also be a lot of fun for exploring the city's landmarks. However, this is only advised during the day and away from the warmest times of the year. Number 4. Easter Island of Chile. The Pitcairn Islands, which are 1,931 kilometers to the west of Eastern Island in the Pacific, are the closest landmass. Even though it is located precisely 3,746 kilometers to the west of Chile, Eastern Island is recognized as Chilean territory. Surprisingly, the islands are a part of the Valparaiso region, despite the fact that, if you were to draw a line from the Atacama region to the Chilean mainland, they would be geographically closer to it. The biggest outlay for your trip will be the travel to Easter Island. Although the romanticized notion that it is possible to travel to Easter Island on the Achilles, a ship run by the Chilean Navy, persists among tourists, in reality, it only departs from Valparaiso about twice a year and is almost entirely reserved for naval personnel and other people on official business. This ship also travels to Easter Island for 7 days across open waters. Thus, it is best suited to people who have a lot of experience at sea. Cruises are another option for getting to Easter Island, but they cost at least a few $1,000s to carry you from Valparaiso to the island or the other way around. As a result, Flying is the only viable method of getting to Easter Island. Be aware that heavy winds frequently cause flight delays, which means you could have to wait around in Santiago or on the island itself for an extra day. Number 3. Angkor Wat of Cambodia. One of the most significant archaeological sites in Southeast Asia is Angkor. The spectacular remnants of the several capitals of the Khmer Empire from the 9th to the 15th century can be seen in the 400 kilometers squared, including forested area, Angkor Archaeological Park. They include the well-known Angkor Wat Temple and the Bayon Temple in Angkor Thom, which is decorated with innumerable sculptures. To protect this important location and its environs, UNESCO has established a comprehensive program. As a result, Angkor is a significant site that exhibits cultural, religious, and symbolic characteristics, and also has a high architectural, archaeological, and artistic significance. Number 2. Cliff of Moher, Ireland. The cliff edge of the Cliffs of Moher is abrupt and completely vertical. The Aran Islands can be seen etched in the seas of Galway Bay on clear days, providing stunning views. You can hardly hear the thundering deep below as the waves chew and crash against the brittle shale and sandstone. The magnificent Cliffs of Moher, which are around 9 miles long and 700 feet high, are Ireland's west coast's crowning achievement. These granite formations are among the most popular tourist destinations in the Emerald Isle due to their astounding height and breathtaking views. The Cliffs of Moher are renowned for more than simply their aesthetic appeal, though. They were created more than 300 million years ago and have a fascinating mythology. These cliffs are without a doubt the source of some of the most intriguing Irish folktales, including those involving mermaids and a lost city. Even recently, Hollywood fantasy movies like Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince and The Princess Bride have used the Cliffs of Moher as the perfect backdrop. Number 1. Petra Rose City, Jordan. This Nabatean caravan city, which has been inhabited since prehistoric times and is located between the Red Sea and the Dead Sea, served as an important junction for trade between Arabia, Egypt, and Syria Phoenicia. Half-built and partially carved into the rock, Petra is encircled by mountains that are laced with tunnels and valleys. It is one of the most well-known archaeological sites in the world, where Hellenistic and ancient Eastern architectural styles coexist. Because of its stunning rock-cut architecture and creative water management system, which made the area inhabitable considering that it's surrounded by desert and rough, rocky terrain, the site is not able to both historians and archaeologists. Due to the color of the stones used in its structures, Petra has often been referred to as the Rose City. In 1985, UNESCO designated it a World Heritage Site. These places will leave you feeling satisfied, amazed, and filled with stories to tell, not to mention the content opportunities for social media, all of which are bound to make your family and friends insanely jealous.